Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and leave me a comment. It really helps out the video and for people to see what a wonderful person Miss Colleen truly is. And if you're shy, no worries. A comment can be as simple as, "Don't touch the children." Very easy. Okay, let's start. Hello everyone. I deeply thank you all for coming in early. I know many of you might think this meeting could have been answered in an email, but this is very, very serious. It has been well aware and documented that a certain individual has been harassing many of the women and men in this office, and unfortunately, it's my partner. And as a superior, I do not take this lightly at all. We understand that many of you feel violated, humiliated, and taken advantage of a superior. And I feel that one of the things that I could do for you is to have this individual, Mr. Colleen himself, apologize to the many women and men that he violated face to face. Mr. Colleen, please.
Toxic gossip train, the locomotives fueled with hateful accusations. The toxic gossip train, steamroll over someone's reputation. Toxic gossip train.
Wouldn't that be weird, right? If you worked in an office and there were allegations of a higher employee using his power, his or her power, to manipulate or sexually exploit the down belowers. And when he or she addresses the rumors, he just pulls out a ukulele and sings, "You guys are toxic for my actions. It's your fault, you all are liars." Right? That would be kind of just a little goofy, little nutty. You'd probably think that person wasn't exactly mentally stable. Well, I don't think that has happened at a corporate office or business, and it never happened in the realms of YouTube until Colleen Ballinger whipped out her ukulele and did just that.
The only thing I've ever groomed is my 2 Persian cats. I'm not a groomer. I'm just a loser.
Now, people have already covered this, and like always, I'm late to the party. What else is new? I was at Disneyland, but I was able to snag the last ticket to board the toxic gossip train. Thank God, because I did not want to miss it. If you saw my first video, then you know that Miranda sings the lipstick wearing, crude humored, spreading girls' legs on stage and going on dates with 8-year-olds, asking teens to stick tampons in their mouth and take a picture of themselves doing it and send it over to her.
That they swell up if they get wet, so you can just
also known as Colleen Ballinger, has been exposed for her past and very questionable behavior with minors. The link to that video is below if you missed it, and you have to hurry because the toxic gossip train is leaving the station very soon and you want to come with us. So get caught up, come back here, and we're gonna take off very shortly. Well, since then, more information is coming out about Colleen, the people she hangs around with, and the career that she built is quickly going downhill. Her sponsorships are jumping ship. According to news outlets, 2 companies who pays for ads on Colleen's podcast, Relax with Colleen Ballinger and Eric Stockland, have pulled their sponsorship. The skincare company OneSkin is also breaking ties with Colleen and recently spoke out as to why they decided to end their partnership. We are made aware of this previously and have decided to cease the relationship completely. This behavior is appalling and we do not condone or support it in any form. And you know, when information comes out that you have had an inappropriate relationship with minors, children, usually more sponsorship will follow the trend because nobody wants to be no one wants to represent an alleged, kiddly diddler. Something else Colleen is losing is subscribers and followers. The rate is going down as more and more news outlets and YouTubers cover the allegations and the story. People are hitting that unsubscribe button very quickly. And this started with Adam coming out about his experience, but now many people are speaking out against Colleen and a man called Corey DeSoto. Corey and Colleen have known each other since college, and apparently Corey is a Regina George. From calling fans too fat to take a picture with Colleen to bullying a man named Johnny. Johnny was also someone who worked for Colleen, and to my understanding, for free. I'm starting to understand she liked to employ people who really liked her, very young people who really liked her, fans, so then that she didn't have to pay them, because adults don't like to work for free. I don't care if I'm your fan. You gonna pay me if I'm putting in work, right? Because nobody likes free labor. That's kind of, I don't know, there's no money in that. That's not gonna pay my bills, but that's the problem with adults. They have bills to pay. Kids, you you don't have nothing to do. So Johnny has done a slew of interviews and tweets about Colleen and her right-hand man, Corey DeSoto.
It's a lot because on tour, the extent of it was Corey. He would patronize, bully me, belittle me on a daily basis.
Oh, look, the train is here. Does everybody have their ticket? Because the train is here and we gotta get on that gossip. So let's see how Colleen handled all this information. All aboard the train that Colleen actually invented herself, the toxic gossip train. Here we go. And here's the ukulele.
All aboard the toxic gossip train. You're chugging down the tracks of misinformation.
So it wasn't taken well at all. I'm sure you guys have watched, you know, with your favorite YouTuber, how they reacted once they saw the iconic ukulele pull out.
You're chugging down the tracks of misinformation. Toxic gossip train. Surviving the crash, but hey.
I've never heard of this method when it comes to apology videos, and this is a first. It was very weird, and many people were flabbergasted as to why Colleen thought that this was going to make people watching say, you know what, I see it now that there's a ukulele. Yeah, this is fine. So through the video, Colleen said, you know, absolutely nothing is true.
So a lot of people are saying some things about me that aren't quite true. Doesn't matter if it's true though. Just as long as it's entertaining to you.
When I was watching it, I felt like I was watching Blue's Clues. Could you imagine if Steve got caught touching Blue inappropriately, and then when he was asked to make some sort of announcement response to his fans, he just broke out a ukulele?
Thank you so much. No, please, you're too tough.
That's what it feels like. It feels like a Nick Jr. version of a not apology that they would quickly pull and just want to forget about, but it's been over a week and Colleen has not taken this down. I'm surprised. She's sticking with it. If you think about it, there's just 3 paths that Colleen could have chosen. She could have just stayed silent. She could actually address each and every message, text message, and claim, proving that she is innocent and add the context that she said wasn't there. Or just say they're manipulating your mind. Don't let them pollute your mind with the lies.
The toxic gossip train. You got a one-way ticket to manipulation station.
And as you can see, she went with the third choice. So the third choice. I don't know if it was the best choice for her, but it was the best choice for people watching.
Tie me to the tracks and harass me for my past. Cause rumors look like facts. If you don't mind the gaps, I won't survive in the crash, but hey. At least you're having fun.
Colleen, you got fired from Disney. You aren't in Disney. You're not in a Disney show. You're not on Disney Channel. You're not on Glee. You're on Netflix show. Why would you think, why would she think this was going to be good?
Hi everyone. I've been wanting to come online and talk to you about a few things. Even though my team has strongly advised me to not say what I want to say, I recently realized that they never said that I couldn't sing what I want to say.
All right, so many people critiqued Colleen's response because she said, I'm going to give you all the facts. No shooting the shit here. We took a trip on the toxic gossip train. Well, I'm gonna take you on the truth track train to the next station, the truth.
Today I only want to talk about the facts. So I hope that you'll be willing to listen.
But throughout the video, that's pretty much what she did. She just talked, she just spoke, she sang about the facts with no evidence. Adam, the guy that talked about this, Adam had pictures, and the internet and the police love pictures. She didn't have any pictures. She pulled out a ukulele and 3 chords with a jingle. And I do like jingles, I really do. I love singing, but there's a time and a place to pretend that you are the lead singer in a Glee episode. I don't think this was the absolute perfect time, and even her PR people didn't think so. But you know who did? Colleen.
Many years ago, I used to message my fans but not in a creepy way like a lot of you are trying to suggest.
Well then, you know, show the text messages and all the messages and talk about them with the context. Give us your side of the story instead of saying, nothing is true. Hey, you don't believe them cause I'm Colleen Ballinger. Don't believe them, yeah.
It was more of a loser kind of way.
Okay, no, she's sticking with the singing. And that's fine. I do have to say, a lot of people are critiquing her voice and saying like she sucks. As someone who's not the best at singing and gets very nervous and whatnot, I was like, this is a pretty intense topic. So either she has absolutely no anxiety, she's very confident in her singing, and she's like just very well trained, because I would be choking through all of that. Or she doesn't think that this is a serious situation and it's all a joke for her, which I would like to go for the second one, because there's no way in hell I would pull out a fucking ukulele with these allegations.
Toxic gossip train, you tied me to the tracks and harassed me for my past. Rumors look like facts when you don't mind the gaps. I won't survive in the crash, but hey, I hope you had some fun. Actually, you know,
y'all, I had to show you that part because no, she didn't just fake a camera shut off. She thinks she's in Glee. When I first watched this, my mouth was wide open. This is weird, and I'm a very weird person. Now, there are people that feel bad for her, you know, they have sympathy for her. And it's funny that she's talking about the manipulation station. But I personally think, honey, that is you, Colleen. You are the conductor at the manipulation station. You are the person handing out the tickets at the manipulation station. That's who she is. Throughout the whole song, she's like, I'm just a loser.
I used to message my fans, but not in a creepy way like a lot of you are trying to suggest. It was more of a loser kind of way.
A 33-year-old loser, and at the time I was talking to my fans because I didn't have friends. Who else am I gonna talk to? So what if they're 12, 13 and I'm asking for them to stick a tampon in their mouth in a sexual way and send me pictures? That's fine, I'm just a loser.
Loser kind of way.
And I'm a woman.
Or I was just trying to be besties with everybody.
With 14-year-olds. 33-year-olds don't need to be besties with 14-year-olds. Your bro Trent knows that all too well, huh? He got caught on the YouTube, in the YouTube realm for chatting it up with 13-year-old girl. So it turns out that multiple members of Colleen's family and friends have very interesting conversations with children, but I want to focus on her brother, Trent Ballinger. Leaked messages of Trent conversing with underage girls in Colleen's multiple chat rooms, such as Colleens Weenies. Someone named Oliver came out and revealed when he was 13 before transitioning, Trent became oddly possessive over them, even saying, I'm told not to speak to people under 18. I do so just to spread positivity. Trent often called Ollie cute and pretty, told them multiple times to visit him, and asked Ollie to send him a special video just for him. In one message, he told Ollie that they would look good pregnant, and on Ollie's 14th birthday, Trent wrote, 4 more years until you're 18. Oh, and also my very favorite thing that 30-something-year-old people say to a 13-year-old is, all the stuff we talk about
Stays with us. Don't tell anyone.
13-year-olds, 12-year-olds, 14, 15, 16, 17, even 18, 19, 20-year-olds, to be completely honest. Can I just say something? Coming from someone who was told that she was a very mature and extremely developed 13-year-old, can we just have a sit down talk right now? You are not better than most of the women his age. He's not connecting with you, and no, you are not mature. Okay, that 20, 25, 30, 35, 40-year-old man or woman is a predator, and he or she can't even hold a 5-second conversation with a woman or man their own age, because the women and men their own age can smell the shit coming out of their asshole and their mouth. It's a combo. Stay away from men and women like that, and make sure to scream, predator! Predator! If you take anything away from this video, take that. Anyway, Colleen's apology or response was about 10 minutes, and as I was in line at Space Mountain and watching it through the laughter, I said, for a month, you know, she had a whole month that all of this came out, that Adam was talking about this, that everybody was talking about for a whole month. This is what she was doing.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize that all of you are perfect, so please criticize.
For a month, this was the idea that she wrote, practiced, edited, and then posted, and thought, yep, this is it.
Kind of like when you go to like a family gathering, you know, and there's a weird aunt there, keeps coming up to you and going like, hey girl, what's the tea? And you're like, ugh.
So she does realize that she's weird, along with inappropriate, and actually the fact that she chose to show an example or use an example of a weird aunt that nobody wants to talk to because she's creepy as an example is very interesting choice of words, because it kind of plays on that one uncle that is creepy and touches you a little bit too long and says certain things to you, to all the younger kids, because he's disgusting and a Mack truck needs to run him over. Just very interesting that she chose to say, you know, I'm like that weird aunt that nobody wants to talk to because she's creepy. Why would she think this is Colleen, my dear, this is why your PR team said no words, Colleen. Don't speak, you know. They should have clarified. They're talking to someone who was in musical theater for most of their life. They should have said, Colleen, no speaky, and then look over your shoulder and see that damn ukulele and said, and also no singing, because we can't, you just, no. I did notice many people are calling this an apology, and she said in this video that she's not saying sorry. This is not an apology because she didn't do anything wrong. But apology or not, this is going just down in history, YouTube history, and we have to do it, okay, Miss Colleen? Okay, right here. We have to award you this trophy because whatever all of that was, it's going down in YouTuber cringe history. So congrats, Miss Colleen Ballinger. You did it. You're the first one. Good job. I'll remember this forever. Okay, so now that all the awards are given out, many people did not take this well, including who many would call the most toxic woman on YouTube. She's been through her fair share of internet scandals, cancellations, and of course, crying on the floor. The woman who eats copious amounts of food on camera, Trisha Paytas herself. Not only is Colleen losing sponsorships, subscribers, and respect, and probably her mind, but she's also losing friendships. If you think sponsors don't want to represent this type of person with these type of allegations, people also don't want to be friends with them. No, I don't. I mean, do you? So in my first video, I critiqued the fact that Trisha, who considers Colleen a friend, they have a podcast that they dress up and talk about being a mom. But at the same time, Trisha was someone that constantly speaks out about grooming, especially because in her past, she said that there were always older people who would see her very developed body and her maturity say certain things to her at a young age. And so I critique that she's literally silent for about a whole month as numerous videos, numerous text messages were being exposed, images were being leaked, people speaking out, screenshots being made of Colleen, you know, someone Trisha considers a friend, and Trisha's just sitting there, you know, eating a corn dog. And then she was still silent when it came out that Colleen, her friend, would host parties where Colleen and her friends would watch Trisha do her thing on OnlyFans and then laugh at her. Now maybe that seems like a good time to you, but I swear to God, if I get invited to a party where I don't even like parties anyway, and you guys turn on Trisha Paytas and everybody's laughing, I'm going to grab my purse and leave because I don't understand the joke and it's not my type of humor. It's weird, it seems like you're not mentally stable. That's not the type of party I go to. But finally, a few days ago, Trisha released her statement.
The past few years, I've really taken a step back from having to comment on everything, having to respond to everything said about me on the internet, because at the end of the day, it just gets really exhausting.
I agree, it's very exhausting. Believe what you want and go to hell. But I do think it's great that she addressed this specifically, since it is something that she feels so strongly about. She was in, you know, cahoots with this person, and you don't want people thinking, Trisha, are you like her? So through the video, you could really tell that Trisha was very hurt learning that someone she considered a whole ass friend hosted parties to make fun of her, call her fat, and even spread around her images on private sites.
I'm putting my own hurt feelings aside, and my feelings are very hurt. I've had like a sick to my stomach feeling for a while now, and today especially.
Trisha and Colleen have always been very friendly toward each other. They both, became mothers. Colleen before Trisha. Trisha's always been always wanted to be a mom. She finally, had her baby, and Colleen even reached out.
We weren't close friends. We were friends. I considered us to be friendly. When I had my daughter, she reached out, and I thought, oh, it's great to have mom friends, and friends, who have kids.
So it was a very big deal. Like, it would be a big deal to me to find out that someone that I considered a friend, someone that I also worked with, someone that, Trisha hangs out at her house and vice versa, was doing all of these things behind her back. It, to me, is the ultimate mean girl move. And we are out of that mean girl era. That's like early 2000s. It was cool to be the mean girl.
I am a full-time sex worker. I don't think that's a secret. It's not as advertised as it once was, but we already have a lot of stigma, misconceptions, allegations against us as sex workers. And so I need to nip this in the bud that I do not condone at all unsolicited nudes, sending unsolicited nudes to anyone of anybody, sex worker or not. I think using someone's nudes as a way to hurt them, make fun of them, make light of them, be mean is the lowest form of human, the lowest form of intelligence. I think that's so inhumane. I think that's so disgusting for anyone.
And all of you people can say whatever you want about sex workers, the whole they deserve it. Well, what did you expect? Well, they're trash. They're just objects because they spread their vagina on the internet. As I agree that if you put things on the internet, it's going to get spread around. But I personally agree also with Trisha that if you decide, like, you're one, if you're that person just spreading that around. Two, if you're a friend that decides to spread this around. As a person, you're just gross. You're a shit person to do that. No matter what you think about being a sex worker. If anyone close to me brought that up, had a whole party to someone that I hated, to like a woman that I just couldn't stand, at a party, showing these images and spreading them around and just doing that and sending them out to people, it would say a lot about that person, and I wouldn't want to be friends with that person anymore. It would probably push me to try to get to know that sex worker more. I personally find it gross. I think it's more gross than Trisha sticking vegetables up her butthole. And what's even grosser than that is someone acting, Colleen acting like she's Trisha's friend, and then hosting the parties after like Trisha leaves, and then saying, see ya Trisha, we're gonna go make money together, and I love you so much, and then, okay, everybody come in, and just downloaded her videos, let's make fun of her. That's shitty, whether you like Trisha or not. Okay, that's a shitty move to do to anybody. It's giving teenage boy took secret pictures of girl that he finally got to have sex with, and then spreading her nudes around to all of his little 13-year-old friends so they now can make fun of her body and also call her a whore. And funny thing is that Colleen, a 30-year-old woman, loved hanging out with teenage boys around age 13. So it's no wonder the maturity level is just low. So in the end, Colleen is she's losing everything, and even who some call the most toxic woman on the internet wants absolutely nothing to do with her.
I just had to make this video to say I don't stand behind Colleen whatsoever. I'm embarrassed to be associated with her.
So Miss Colleen, I'm watching. I'm wondering, will your show keep running? Will you stay on YouTube? Will more people come out? Will more sponsors leave you? Will people support you? Yes. If you go to the comments, I didn't have time to screenshot, but they're probably very easy to find. Maybe I'll find them when I'm editing. Maybe by this point of the video, I'm tired of editing. If you go to the comment section though, there's a lot of sexist type comments saying they feel bad for her because she's so nice, she's so sweet, and they're so sorry that this is happening to such a good person because they know she's a good person. There was one in particular that was relatively fresh, but it implied that they don't understand all the heat she's getting because she's a woman. I mean, they would understand if it was some man talking to children because men are the ones that are predators, not women. A woman couldn't possibly, do that to a child, especially a mother. Further pushing this idea or that narrative that only men are predators. Exactly what a woman who would prey on children would want. And I personally find that sickening.
Back in that bag again. Whoa, yeah. Hey. Back in that, yeah. Tell them to watch it. Now I ain't talking my pockets, just know we ain't running out the way that we stock it. If I got it, you got it. If I call it, she sliding, tell her to mop it. Yeah, I got that shit doing. Damn, she took that thing off and bring it around. Going at it till I'm on. Put that 90 in a hole, I'm beating it down. I'm back in that bag again. Whoa, whoa. Oh, say that.